All right, welcome back, everybody. Spring sports are in full swing, and unfortunately, so are spring injuries.
Yes, from those sprained ankles to ruptured Achilles, Comprehensive Orthopedics has you covered. Here's Melissa Cole with more.
So one of my passions is actually making sure people stay healthy with their feet, especially as they get active, especially as the summer goes on and people are wanting to get out and get active, and making sure that people can do what they want to do whenever it's the summer and it's warm and it's nice outside.
Dr. Megan Wolf, orthopedic surgeon at Comprehensive Orthopedics, is dual trained in both sports medicine and foot and ankle.
So you've seen a rise in a certain kind of injury since pickleball really took a surge.
Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing a much higher incidence of what's called Achilles ruptures. So Achilles tendon is that long stranded tendon on the back part of your heel, allows you to push off or push your foot down. And so what we see is we're seeing that there's people who haven't maybe been working out, haven't been exercising, don't stretch, and then all of a sudden go and play this aggressive sport called pickleball. And so the Achilles should be back here, and you can actually see that black tendon right here, and that black tendon should be going up, 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 but right here you can see all this white, and that's where the rupture is. So this is a 40-year-old female who was playing pickleball and was going for a ball, felt like someone kicked her in the back of the leg, and had a difficult time walking afterwards. What's interesting is a lot of times Achilles ruptures aren't painful, and people almost always describe it as someone hitting them in the back of their leg or a ball hitting them in the back of the leg. And then because she wasn't able to really walk, she came in, was evaluated, and had an Achilles rupture, and we fixed it. So she's doing very well. She's probably about 4 months out, so she hasn't gone back to pickleball yet, but she's doing very well. She's in a regular shoe, she's starting to run, and she's really happy that she got it fixed.
Bunions are also common complaints.
This is the bunion right here. It's this V. And so what it is you have the big toe metatarsal, that's the bone inside your foot, is starting to run away from the second toe metatarsal, and that's making space between those two toes. What you see, anybody that has a bunion, is you see this bump on the inside of your foot.
They can be genetic or a result of wearing improper shoes.
There's been some archaeology that's been done in the past that showed that maybe this was started whenever we started wearing pointy-toed shoes, because in archaeologic digs they haven't seen bunions prior to around the 1400s where these pointy-toed shoes came into existence.
Dr. Wolf can do a minimally invasive surgery to fix bunions.
All right, so we have a bunch of different shoes here.
Yes.
We're gonna go through and talk about the good and the bad.
Absolutely. And not necessarily everything is bad. It's just you need to have the right shoe for the right person. It's the people who have pain and that have deformity that we need to really, really hone in on what shoes they need to be wearing.
Okay.
So this is a pretty significant high heel. And then the big thing is you see that it's very narrow in the front. And so what happens is two things. One is if you have a wide forefoot or wide part of the foot where your toes are, then it's gonna be squeezing here. And because of the high heel here, it's gonna be squeezing them even more because you're gonna be forcing it downward every single time you take a step. So this is not the best shoe to be wearing all the time. Mm-hmm. This is another shoe that again has a high heel, but it's a smaller heel. It's a little bit wider in the forefoot, but still if you have a wide foot, it may not fit you. You might want to look at the bottom part of the shoe, put your foot on it, and if it's wider than the sole of the shoe, you probably don't want to wear that.
A better option is this one with a thicker, more supportive heel.
This is a pretty good shoe in terms of the width, as well as not having significant pressure in your forefoot. But the problem is it's very flimsy. So this provides you no support. So if you're having forefoot pain, if you have heel pain, this is gonna provide you no support. And you're gonna ask a lot out of your foot. You're basically walking barefoot at this point.
Something like this one with a thicker sole and padding offers much more support. As for sneakers, make sure to get a pair specific to the sport you're involved in.
This is a volleyball shoe. What I ask for it is I have more of a narrow heel because that allows me to go side to side, but it also has these kind of rubber treads that allow stability on a court to go side to side. And then for this one, I like it because it has a wider toe box, so it prevents that kind of pushing whenever you're jumping up and down.
And then everybody's favorite, the Croc.
I say if you don't have foot pain and you're using it just to walk around short distances, if it feels good, wear it. But this shouldn't be walking for long distance. This has really no support. I find these as good for short distance, walking around the house, walking, if you're standing for a short period of time, this is really good. But I wouldn't be using this as your main kind of walking shoe or going to the mall type of shoe. I think that knowing what your foot shape is and making sure you match the shoe that you're wearing with your foot shape is going to prevent injury and prevent pain in the future.
So you should never squish your foot in, even if it's like a shoe you really want to wear?
No. I find that you'll regret it later on. If not now, you'll regret it later. And so a lot of times I can save people surgery if they just are able to modify the shoes that they're wearing.
Very interesting. Comprehensive Orthopedics has locations in Wallingford, Meriden, Southington, and Cheshire. For more information or to request an appointment, visit comprehensiveorthopedics.com.